Good morning, YouTube. Today is August 6th, and I know it's been a little while since I've made a video, but we're going to go over and pretty much finish the installation of the loader. I have to install the auxiliary hydraulic fluid tank because the lift-all system on the tractor doesn't hold enough fluid to allow the cylinders to expand to their full potential. So that's what we're going to do today. The issue that I had with the tractor shutting off on me was a pretty simple fix. Of course, I went the hard way and decided to pull the fuel line off the carburetor, turn the fuel on, see if I had any flow. And I had no flow, so then I figured, well, I probably got a plugged fuel line. So I pulled the fuel line off, turned the fuel bowl on to see if I had any flow. Still no flow. So then I thought, well, maybe I've got some crap in the tank, even though I cleaned it and coated it with red coat. So when I got up on the tractor to look down inside the tank to see if there was a bunch of crud in the outlet, there wasn't any gas, so it was bone dry. So that was an easy fix, but unfortunately I had to find that out by pulling it apart. So, not a huge deal though. I blew out the fuel line again anyways, just cause, and then yeah, put some gas in it and it fired right up. But really all I've got left to do is mount this auxiliary hydraulic tank, which is in the back seat here, and then I'm gonna try putting a 12-volt voltage regulator on the generator and then wiring it for negative ground, because I'm only going to be using the battery to start it and to run lights on a rare occasion. So really I shouldn't have any overheating issues with the generator as far as, you know, the output of it and how much strain the tractor's putting on the generator, because nothing's running off of it while it's running. And then yeah, just finish wiring it, or rewire it, and should be good to go for the show. But right now I'm just gonna make my way over there, and we'll continue this in a little bit. I did get another new battery for my GoPro, and it seems to be working much better than the other one that I got, so hopefully it holds up. But if it doesn't, my fiance was nice enough to get me a new GoPro for our anniversary / my birthday that's coming up here in about a week. So right now I'm filming on the old GoPro, but if it doesn't hold out, then we'll just have to film on the new one. So not a big deal, we'll figure it out. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, well, here we are. I've been doing a little work. I didn't really show it, but basically this is our auxiliary oil tank for the hydraulics. And originally, according to what I've seen in the brochure that I have, this bracket mounts to the bottom of the tank, and then this bracket then bolts to the side of the frame on the tractor, so the tank actually sits up in this area. And I really didn't want it to sit there because basically it's in the way. So what I did was I fabricated some mounts out of some scrap steel that we had laying around here, and I've yet to finish them up, but essentially it's going to mount to the rear mast of the loader, and then the hydraulic hose will come off of this spot here, off the outlet on the tank, and it's going to run directly into the fill on the lift-all. So essentially, as the cylinders fill up, This tank will fill the lift all, which will replenish the supply. So pretty simple operation. It's just a matter of getting everything cut and bent right or correctly. And as you can see, I had to go around the outlet on this with this bracket, and there's a cap for a secondary outlet on this. But that's pretty much what it's gonna look like. And I've measured the hose, and it's just a little over 3 feet, so I'll probably get, if they have a 4-foot hose, I'll get a 4-foot hose. Otherwise it's 3/4 thread, pipe thread hose. And I'll have to get a coupler to put on here, and then thread the hose in here, and then I'll put an elbow on here and thread the hose there as well. So it'll be plumbed in. There won't be any quick disconnects. So that's essentially where we're sitting. Otherwise, the tractor doesn't seem to have any leaks. It's been sitting here for a little while. Looks like I might have a drip from my oil pan plug, but that's not a big deal. So that's a good thing. No leaks. And I haven't tried to start it yet, but I did put another 6 gallons of fuel in it just in case. But I'm going to actually grab another 6 gallons when I go to get hydraulic hose and more hydraulic fluid. But here we sit. We'll run to the store, get some hydraulic fluid and hydraulic hose, and continue the video. Alright? Alright guys, we've got the line hooked up. Basically what I did was, this already had an elbow on it, but I had to put a coupler so I could thread the hose in to there, into the tank, and then on the lift all fill I put an elbow and I threaded the hose onto that. So now it's just one solid line. It is still vented because the tank has a vented cap. So that's basically what it looks like. And I did have to drill 2 holes here for the bottom bracket. The top bracket I used an existing hole, but for the most part it's looking pretty good. So we don't have any leaks. I just poured 2 gallons of hydraulic high tran oil in it, and we're going to start it up here and lift and lower, raise and lower the bucket to see where we're sitting at as far as level goes, because we'll have to bleed that line, and the only way to do that is to lift and lower the bucket. So I'm going to go ahead and set this camera down, try to get the best angle that I can here, and we'll fire it up. Again, this thing hasn't been started in, probably 2 to 3 weeks, so we'll see how it all works out. Seems like it's running pretty good. Gonna get some fine tuning. Sounds like it's got a slight hiccup. It might be just a little bit of a carb adjustment, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw you guys the camera here in the case. check out the maximum lift height of this. Not too bad. That's a ways up in the air. I'd have to say to the heel of the bucket is probably, at least 12 feet, which brings the top of the bucket to 14 or so, 14 feet. But it looks like we got full lift capacity now. Alright, well, I'll get this thing mounted up in the camera lens, or in the camera case again, and we'll go for a ride down the road. Well, everything seems to be working fine on this thing. It's got a lot of power. I did take a couple of scrapes of dirt off of a little bit of a class 5 road. Shh, don't tell no one. But wasn't no big deal. Anyways, everything's working out pretty good. I mounted my slow moving vehicle sign so I can drive it to the show in a couple weeks here, and it looks good. The mount bracket's working out great. The tank doesn't vibrate a whole lot. It just kind of hangs there, and well, here we are. I'd say that it's pretty much done for now, except for the wiring. That's about all we got left to do. So, hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's episode 19 again, so almost hit 20 episodes on this tractor. I can't believe it. But yeah, I'm pleased. It's finally working out well. So, hope you guys like the videos. Stay tuned, and I'm going to probably make episode 20 when I do some wiring on this thing. I haven't quite figured out what yet I'm going to do, but I'll figure it out. Alright? Talk to you in a little while.